up by Kansas City. 25-20, 15-10, 5. Welcome home, Isaiah Pacheco. It is good, good, good. Who got him? Chris Jones got him. Mahomes looks that way. He's going to go wide open left side. Kelsey, touchdown. Okay, once again, just copy and paste it maybe after the first 3 weeks. But what you can copy and paste is a victory. The Chiefs win here in Los Angeles 17-10 over the Chargers. Now, remarkably, NFL research, if they update this, that would be a plus 61 margin in a 10-game winning streak. I think it's the slimmest of a 10-game winning streak in NFL history. But the key is 10-game winning streak and 4-0.
Really impressive stuff here from the Chiefs. The first quarter was ugly. We can all admit that. It was not Chiefs football, but they found a way in the end. And I feel like we say this every single week now on Chiefs Rewind. They found a way in the end, but that is the mark of a championship team. When things are not going well, it's very easy to pack it in and say, it's not our day. Well, the Chiefs say, let's find a way to win this thing. And that's what happened in the end. A win is a win.
Yeah, down 10-0 after turnovers on the first two offensive series. But defensively, we need to give them credit here. It was just a 3-and-out festival by the Chargers as the defense, down 10-0, bowed its neck.
The Chiefs defense kept Kansas City in this game, and they deserve to be called one of the best defenses in the NFL yet again after what they did here today. Think about this. The Chiefs were down 10-0. The Chargers then had 8 possessions following that. They have 6 punts, a missed field goal, and a turnover on downs at the KC 3-yard line. Chris Jones was masterful in this game, and Jalen Watson, I think, had one of his best games as a Chief.
Trent McDuffie was also great, and in that list of things was 5 3-and-outs as well. That was big. So the defense gets it done there. Before we get it overshadowed, because following this game, Matt Ariza, the Chiefs punter, played down the 5 at San Diego State, a 50-yard net in 4 different punts, and it flipped the game for Kansas City because it put that defense on the field and had the Chargers backed up on 2 occasions at the 2 and the 6.
Yeah, he was awesome in this game. He drops punts at the 19-yard line, the 6-yard line, the 2-yard line, as you said, and the 15-yard line. And the sequence at the very end, without Matt Ariza booming that punt to the Charger 15-yard line, who knows what happens? Because LA went 3-and-out, we got the ball back. And you think about Noah Gray with that penalty, well, the drive stalls. Well, after the Ariza punt and the Chiefs defense doing their thing, Kansas City went right down and took the lead.
And they also got a 54-yard bomb to Xavier Worthy from Patrick Mahomes. Now, Rashee Rice injured in this game, so we're not sure yet, but let's go to the podium and get an update here from head coach Andy Reid.
All right. I'd like to thank our fans for being here and supporting us. They were tremendous, a lot of red in the stands. Jim Harbaugh doing a great job here. He was down a few guys, so but what a game plan they had, and did a nice job coaching. So with that, I'm proud of our guys for hanging in there. Easily could have gone a different direction there, but the guys supported each other. I thought our defense stepped up in key situations, and whether it was Tranquil coming back here, and he ended up having 10 tackles, led our team in tackles. Chris Jones had the two big sacks, and then the big 4th down play. The list goes on with all the guys. I thought our secondary played tight and challenged. I thought the linebackers were flying around, Bolton just moving around and making plays all over the place, and then the D-line taking a lot of different looks from Spags and Joe and executing them like they did. Offensively, Kels had a Chiefs career day for receptions, or broke the record for receptions. He didn't have. Anyways, you guys know what I'm saying. Worthy, it was great to get Worthy going. You got an idea of his talent, speed, and ability against man coverage. Kareem stepped in, had 14 carries for 69 yards, a couple throws for 16 yards. So he had a big day, and I'm sure he'll be very sore tomorrow. And then third downs, again, Nagy had a great plan set up all the way around offensively, and just kept reinforcing to these guys to just hang in there. The things that we're doing offensively are self-inflicted wounds on ourselves between penalties and interceptions and so on. So I had to take care of that. But anyways, third downs, we were 9 for 15. Noah had 4 big plays for 40 yards and big catches. And then with playing Kareem more, I just kind of went with a hot hand. I'm not down on Carson. He had the fumble. He'll figure that out. We're lucky to have three good guys in there. P. Ryan had a touchdown and had some nice runs for us too. So, but we're in good shape there at that position. And then last is Rashid Rice will, Rashid will have his knee checked out tomorrow with an MRI, and it's his knee, and I think we'll have to wait and see. But I'm sure it's not as good a news as we want. So we'll see how it goes. Anyways, with that, time's yours.
Andy, when that play happens with Rashid, it was such a shocking kind of play. You just go through what you saw, and does that sometimes have an effect on the team to sag when it looks like a tough injury like that? Yeah,
well, the guys all hung together. I mean, I feel terrible for Rashid, and because he's having a fantastic year, and we'll hope for the best on the report. But if he is out, then But I thought Pat stepped up and just said, "Hey, we're going to roll." Nags was constantly, like I said, going through there and just saying, "Hey, just hang with it and let's go." I thought the coaches did a good job being positive with that, and the best way they could. Yeah.
Is that impressive to you to see guys be kind of resilient with a little bit of a shock?
Yeah. No, listen, that's this group though. They've been that way, from training camp on. So I mean, it's they all support each other, and that's a positive thing.
Andy, you talked about going with a hot hand. Did Kareem give you a lot more than you anticipated getting from him today?
Well, he looked good. He did some good things. So I would have expected him to do well, but because he's been a good player for a long time. So, but I thought he did a nice job for us. Yeah.
Turn back the clock 6 years to you at all?
Well, you can say that. Yeah. You can say that. You and I need to turn back the clock about 6 years.
More than 6 years.
Yeah.
Hey, Coach, what is it about LA? Like when you guys come here, it's always hard-fought games, but you guys always find a way to pull out on top.
Yeah, not always. We've given up a couple games to the Chargers, so it's but they are battles, and I think both teams enjoy the challenge of playing each other. I know the Chargers are lucky to have the people that they have right now, so they're in good hands.
Andy, why did Kelsey have a big game? Was it just a matter of what the Chargers were doing, or were there other things involved as well?
Yeah, they played quite a little bit of zone out there, and Kelsey did a nice job of just getting in windows, and then when they did play man, he was able to do a nice job there. It wasn't as much double teamed as maybe he's seen, or settling on him as much as he's seen. So he did very good.
Andy, your faith in Travis was obviously just the same coming into this game, but I wonder if a game like this just sort of reaffirms it to others to see him have the sort of the first breakout game of the season.
I really don't care what anybody thinks. To be honest with you. I watch what the defense does and how they respect him, and so I take it off of that, and I watch Trav every day, so I get to see him and how he works. He never wants to come out and practice in the game. He's all in all the time, so I don't worry about all that.
Did he need this?
You'll have to ask him. He's been all in, so he's been so positive. He doesn't ever go there.
Andy, a nice welcome back to LA for you personally, but you guys have won 11 straight of the Chargers home games, including Mexico, so they all add up, right?
They add up. That's all right. Listen, you take every one as its own. So
exactly.
Tough games.
I'm curious your thought on how you assess the offense, though, at this stage of the season, and what your expectations were in the quartile.
Yeah, it's we're making way too many mistakes. We get these drives rolling and then shoot ourselves in the foot. And once you do that, the percentages go way down on you having a successful drive and scoring points. So we've got to take care of that.
Coaching,
Instead of going backwards.
when it comes to Pat, it seems like, after he throws an early interception early this season, he seems to bounce back and protect the ball from there. What's the conversation been like with him?
Yeah, keep firing. Just keep going. Again, I've been through enough games with him to know how he operates, and he's all in. He didn't want to throw those interceptions. But he's willing to find a way and listen and so on. So he does a great job with all that.
No, on the touchdown drive, the go-ahead touchdown drive, started off that 29-yard rip to Kelsey. What kind of opened there, and then what kind of got things rolling from that point?
Yeah, well, that being the start of it, and then everybody else had contributed there. We were able to get what we ended up doing, Steve, was we got a nice mix of the run and the pass together, and we were getting positive yards on them. And so once you get that going, you're okay. I thought the O-line kind of just buckled down, and they got the run game. They got the run game going.
Thanks, Coach.
Okay, good. Thanks.
I save all of my spotting boards and have for 31 years. He was orange and black, Washington Commander. Now he's a Kansas City Chief, and I could not be happier. Samaje Perine, first of all, congratulations on the game-winning touchdown. Walk us through that play.
It was just a simple inside counter, and I knew if the ball was in my hands, I wasn't going to be denied. So, there was not much there, so I just had to make it myself and keep my legs pumping and get in the end zone.
Did you get a push from behind? Did you feel any push from behind?
I have no idea. It just all happened so fast. It was just got the ball, hit traffic, kept moving, touchdown. Don't know what was happening behind me.
Winning touchdown, Samaje Perine. Did I say I'm really happy he's in the Chiefs' kingdom now? What about those interior three guys, though? Of Tooney, Creed, one of your Oklahoma Sooner brethren, and then Trey Smith. But those guys either on power O's or zones or pushes. What about those three guys?
They've been great all year, and we've really found our step with the inside zone just because those guys, they just get off the ball, they move people, and when they continue to do that, we're just going to continue to rely on the run, and we're going to be continue to be effective in the run, and it's been fun.
You were so effective in this game. People say, hey, he's a third down back. I'm going, no, he's way more than that. How much did you prove today? Because you were out there more than just third down back guy.
I do what I can. Whenever I'm on the field, I try not to get too high, try not to get too low. I just, when my number's called, just do whatever I have to do.
No camp. What about trying to get up to speed as fast as you can with this offense and with your teammates?
It was relatively easy as far as, coming into a new locker room. Everybody, embraced me with open arms. That made it very easy. And then, Coach Pink and Coach Porter, they brought me up to speed fairly quick. And, once I got out to practice, and Pat, he also did a great job at, just filling me in, telling me what I needed to do, where I needed to be. And, after those first few days, I feel like I got a good grasp of the offense, and just, I continue to learn every day. But, for the most part, I got it down packed, I think.
You're a fast learner, man, because right away you jumped right in and got after it. Winning close games. The Chiefs now have won 10 straight games wrapped around a Christmas Day a year ago, including a Super Bowl championship, and they've all been close. But you've been in this league long enough to win close games on a regular basis. What does that tell you about this team?
It just shows the resilience, early on, everything's not going to go our way. But, we just have to stay together and stay together as a unit, offensively, stay together as a team, just because we know we're never out of a game. As long as 1-5 is back there, we always have a chance. And today showed it. Really, these first 4 weeks showed it, because they've all been one-score games. So, we just have to stay together, continue to stay together, and, everything tends to fall in the right place.
Some might remember a 41-yard screen pass right in front of me for a touchdown in the AFC Championship game. What I'm going to remember, a game-winning touchdown from this guy to beat the Chargers on the road, Samaje Perine.
Patrick, can you go through the play where she got hurt, the interception, and all that led to that? And what was your view of when the contact was between you guys?
Obviously, the corner made a good play. I was trying to fire it to Trav on his body. I overthrew him a little bit, turned the ball over, and then I thought Rasheed really made a good play. I was trying to tackle the guy, and obviously rolled up on them. But if I just don't turn the ball over, that never happens. So you just got to try to get better at that.
Could you tell right away it was something that was going to take him out of the game?
I mean, I didn't know exactly what happened because obviously I was trying to make the tackle, but I know Rasheed and how tough he is. So him being down like that, I knew it wasn't good. So all we can do is pray that the X-rays in my eyes and stuff like that are better than what it looked. But I mean, next man up until he's back.
Is that easier to say than do sometimes? I mean, was that pretty jarring to have him go out like that, seeing him helped off and everything?
I think more than anything, it's just trying to get everybody kind of settled back down, including myself. I think at the beginning of the game in general, we were trying to do too much, and that's why we had the fumble and then the interception. But I thought guys stepped up and filled as good as they can the role that he has in our offense, which is a big one. And so all we can do now is kind of go back to the basics and try to get guys and opportunities to succeed. I thought Travis did a great job of stepping up and making plays like he always does. But at the end of the day, we got the win. That's what's important.
What's your thoughts on how Kareem did today?
I thought he did a great job. I mean, for someone that to come into an offense, I know it's an offense he'd been in, but an offense he hadn't played in years, and to be able to run the football hard, get well-earned yards, catch the ball out of the backfield, it was good to see. And I'm just glad Veach has built a great running back room that we can get guys to step up and make plays while Isaiah's not here.
You look at all to you like the guy from a few years ago?
Yeah, I mean, he's always been a guy that runs tough. He's hard to tackle, and you could see that. And he's going to make sure he finishes every single run and falls forward. And I think that was good to see. And I think he'll get more and more comfortable as the year goes on, and he'll be a role in our offense.
I'd say you got more out of him today than maybe you anticipated you would.
Not necessarily. I mean, I thought he was going to have a role in the offense. I don't know what the exact stats are, but I know he ran the ball well. And with our running back room and just kind of in general in this offense, if you got a guy going, you just let him go. It's not about how the game plan is kind of planned out. It's just if a guy's hot that day, you keep feeding him the football, and that's what we did today.
What's it been like for all these one-score games? We're accustomed to seeing you roll up big wins, but every game so far has been a tough one. You enjoy that?
I mean, it prepares you for the playoffs. And the playoffs you're going to be in one-score games. I think the NFL is just very balanced. And we're playing division games and against great opponents. And so these are games that we have to find ways to get win. And I feel like we're not playing, I mean, it's like a record playing, but I feel like we're not playing our best football, but we're winning football games. And that's a big credit to our defense. It's a big credit to guys stepping up offensively in second halves. I'm glad we're getting wins, and we'll keep building and try to keep getting better.
Xavier's been, 4 weeks into his career, has a big game today. Just what's your thoughts on his play so far and the plays he was able to make today?
Yeah, I mean, a big-time catch down the field, some big-time third down conversions. He's a great football player, and I think he's just getting more and more comfortable within the offense. I think when I go back to the tape, I feel like there's going to be a couple more that I thought about taking those chances, and I think he ended up winning. And so as I build comfortability with him, I'll keep taking those chances. And when he makes plays like that, like he did today, it'll give me that ability to kind of shoot him and let him go out there one-on-one and make catches.
How do you see your offense?
The fact that Kelsey was more involved today, was that just a factor of what the Chargers were doing, or was there more to it than that?
I think it's a mixture of everything. I mean, obviously, with Rasheed going down early, you got to put Kelsey back in that situation where he's getting high volume catches, and then just with the Chargers, we're taking away some of the outside stuff and leaving the middle of the field open, and we were able to get the Trav and some of those zone coverages. But I mean, it's the whole Kelsey thing in general hasn't been a worry to me. I mean, I know whenever we need him, he's going to make plays, and that's what he did today.
Patrick, two quick things. One, could just take us through the key to the touchdown pass to Xavier. It looked like the stutter move, but also you just let it fly. And then one other quick thing after that.
Yeah, I mean, I told him if the safety comes down, I'm throwing it pretty much as far as I can and letting him go catch it, and that's what he did. And what was your second question?
Just about, and is there any particular significance to knowing this is your 100th regular season start? Does that mark anything?
I mean, it's cool because, I mean, I know how hard it is in the NFL, and, I mean, we've been blessed to play in a lot of games, a lot of big games, and win a couple of Super Bowls here. But at the end of the day, you don't take it for granted, man. I mean, you're on a platform that you dreamed of as a little kid, and I think I try to enjoy those moments and have 100 games in. I'm going to enjoy this moment, and then we're going to move on because that's how the NFL works.
How do you assess your offense at this stage, if it's just a matter of cleaning it up, or is it more to it than that you'd like to see out of you guys?
I think it's a matter of cleaning it up. I mean, we scored 17 and we scored in the 20s these last few weeks, and I feel like it's just a play here and there. It's the interception I throw to Travis, I put on his body, that gets a drive going. It's we have a fumble in the red zone on the first drive where we got some momentum going, and in this league, if you're scoring upper 20s to lower 30s, that's good football, that's good offense, and so we're close. I mean, Coach Reed's saying we keep preaching it. I know some Chiefs fans are probably annoyed by it, but that's all you can do in this league is keep pushing and pushing to get better, and I think it's going to pay off in the end.
Patrick, you talked about Travis a little bit. Your receivers decided to wear the Kelsey shirts. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, I didn't see it. I saw it on social media. So no, it's that's a close knit group, and that whole room. I mean, the whole offense is very close. I mean, we've been through adversity together. We've been on a lot of road trips, going to the Super Bowl, and a lot of these guys have been in at least one of the Super Bowls. And so you build this brotherhood, and I think they had heard all the outside noise, and they know how much of a leader Travis is. And so it was cool for them cool to see them show their support, and then him to go out there and beat Travis, because that's who he is.
Did Travis say anything about it?
No, man. I mean, Travis just wants to win at the end of the day, and I think that's what you take for granted in this league. Is, I mean, we've had a great offense, and we've done all these cool things, and it's been fun. But at the end of the day, it's all about winning, and I think he's the true leader when it comes to that. He doesn't care who gets the stats; he just wants to win the football game.
Patrick, first quarter down 10-0, 100 starts in. Was it just, not phased, kind of like there's still a lot of football left to play? Yeah, I mean, I knew we had to pick up our urgency. We weren't playing good, but I think the best thing about it is, I mean, no one talks about it, and they start to now, but our defense it's a really good defense, and they know how to shut the door and keep us in football games, and then they believe that the offense is going to find a way to score enough points in the end, and that's what we did today. I mean, they had quick 10 points, and we put them in terrible positions. They held them to a field goal, and then they shut the door the rest of the game. I mean, and that's what it takes in a great football team, is everybody stepping up, and our defense has done that this entire year, and offensively we found a way to get enough points. Thanks, Patrick.
Through the touchdown, and did you know that was going to be there starting on that play?
We talked about it on the sideline. I told Pat, probably around the first quarter, if you get this play call, I'm a stutter a little bit at the top of the route, and it worked. It worked out just like that, which is crazy.
Stutter the key? It looked like it probably.
I feel like I would have had that part of the rest straight, but the stutter just added a little bit of sauce to it.
Xavier, what did you see there on the final first down there to help you guys kind of ice the game?
When they did the counter motion, we seen it was man coverage, so Pat checked it, and it was the man look, caught it, got the first down, get down.
This is your first game here in SoFi. What was your thoughts, just the experience here being a visitor in LA?
Man, I'm actually from California, so being from California, coming back to California, first game in California, it's fun. I haven't been in California since high school, so that's amazing.
That more special for you being from California?
Yeah, it was a little bit more special just being from California. I was not from LA, but I'm from California, so just having that feeling and having a big play in my own state is huge.
How do you assess where the offense is now as opposed to the beginning of the season and where you're progressing?
I'm just going to keep growing. A rookie, learning my role, learning where I fit in the scheme, so just going to keep growing in this offense.
What about overall, though, the offense itself and where you are now? I know you'd like to score a few more points and keep it cleaner, too, right?
Yeah, obviously. I mean, it just takes a lot of work. We have a lot of good group of guys on our team. We got Rasheed, we got Juju, we got guys like Jay Watt, Trav, even now we got Kareem. So just having that explosion on the offense, it's a lot of mouths to feed. So just making the plays when it's my turn is the key.
How's the receiver room with, seeing Rasheed going down? How are you guys able to bounce back and get things going?
Yeah, we really don't know what's going on with him. But, in our receiver room, it's next man up, praying for our brother. But I feel like we have a lot of guys that's able to make plays in key moments as well.
Sense of shock a little bit with that? It seemed pretty evident that it was a bad injury. Did it affect you guys momentarily, or?
No, we didn't really know what was going on. But Rasheed going out, he was kind of like a big part. He had a lot of personnel, so it was a lot of personnel switch. It was a lot of stuff to just kind of figure out.
And today, did you feel that it looked like you expanded your role a little bit today? Maybe you've been running some of the same plays, but the ball hasn't found you. But did you feel like that you're in different parts of the field in different ways?
Yeah, I feel like each and every week I'm getting a bigger role and more stuff to do on my plate.
Do you expect your role to increase if Rasheed misses any amount of games?
Man, but expectations about my role, I'll just do whatever the coaches say.
4 weeks into your career playing with Patrick Mahomes, what has that been like for you?
Playing with a guy like Pat, man, it's different. He knows exactly what's going to come. He knows exactly what to do when the time comes. He's never rattled. So having a quarterback like that, arguably one of the greatest of all time, is different. It's crazy.
What are your thoughts on how Green played today?
He ran hard. Man, with Pacheco being out and him running the ball how he did, it's going to be big games coming up.
Are you old enough to remember when he was with the Chiefs the last time around?
Nope. Right on.
We've heard from Andy Reid. We've heard from Samaje Perine. Let's take Perine first and foremost. You know how fired up I am to have him here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh. We thought he's going to be a luxury. Now he's a necessity for this team.
Yeah, he sure is, particularly with Isaiah Pacheco not being healthy right now. But think about that final scoring drive for the Chiefs. And he was a big part of that, of course, punctuating it with a touchdown run. Kareem Hunt was great, though, as well. I mean, what a debut here for Kareem in his second stint now with the Chiefs. He had 23 of those yards on that 54-yard touchdown drive that took the lead for Kansas City. Great having Kareem back and Samaje Perine here in town as well.
Chris Jones. In this game, 2 sacks. He is now tied with Justin Houston for 4th all-time in Kansas City Chiefs history. Again, he times these to come up at the biggest times, not only sacks, but hurries. He made the big play on the 4th and 2.
Yeah, 2 sacks in this game, hurried on 4th and 2, but also had sacks on 3rd down here in this game. He was awesome. And how about the Chiefs' run defense as a whole? We talked about on Field Pass how that was the key in this game. The Chargers run the ball at the 4th highest rate in the NFL. That's how they stay out of long 3rd downs. They run the football effectively with J.K. Dobbins, who was averaging 7.4 yards per carry coming into this game. Well, here in this one, he averaged 2.3 yards per carry on 14 attempts. And also Edwards had 6 carries for only 19 yards. He averaged 3.2 yards per carry. This rush defense was spectacular here tonight. Huge reason why we won this game.
And Travis Kelce in this game back as a factor with 7 catches, 89 yards. But in this game, Travis Kelce became the all-time pass catcher in Kansas City Chiefs history, surpassing by a couple here the great Tony Gonzalez. So give credit to TK. He was back today.
And that huge play on the Chiefs' first drive, of course, ended in a fumble just a snap later. But Travis Kelce, he's the greatest to ever do it and still going strong here at age 35.
And Mahomes, the 54-yard bomb. But the Chiefs were able to close this out on offense. The crosser on 3rd down and long to Xavier Worthy. Game, set, match. This was different than some of the other games because the Chiefs closed it out on offense.
It had me thinking about last week's game against Atlanta. And Kansas City had a similar opportunity at the end of that game. They could close it out on 3rd down, win the game, kneel it out. Well, they couldn't get it done. They went 3 and out. Then Atlanta had an opportunity at the end, and we all got pretty nervous. Well, awesome job by the Chiefs there to close it out offensively. You know that Patrick Mahomes talked about that all week long. We want to be the ones that close this thing out, and they got their chance here tonight. And Xavier Worthy, who was actually the intended target, I think, on the play that didn't work out in Atlanta, he was open this time, made the catch, and we're getting out of here with a win.
Yeah, Noah Gray had a big catch on the game-winning drive. Mentioned the Perine touchdown, the offensive line. But there's some numbers as we close. And again, we don't have definitive word yet on the injury to Rashee Rice. Stay tuned tomorrow. He's going to get an MRI. Coach has laid all that out. But let's just go through this as we close. The Kansas City Chiefs now on the road with Patrick Mahomes at quarterback, 18-1. That is nuts. And he's also 19-4 in September. Coach has had 6 undefeated Septembers in his 12 years as head coach here.
Says everything about the preparation of this team. Again, on Field Pass, we talked about how they work on divisional opponents way back in the spring. During OTAs, they dedicate entire days to the LA Chargers to be ready for games like this. And again, not everything was going well early on in this game. The Chiefs had an opportunity to lose this game early on, to pack it in, but they didn't because they leaned on their preparation from over the summer, way back in the spring, to know we can win this game if we just come together. We saw it here tonight, and again, that's the mark of a championship team.
So again, some big marks here for the Chiefs to win another game, get a 10th straight win dating back to the Christmas loss to the Raiders, and now getting ready for Monday Night Football, because the Chiefs a week from tomorrow night will take on the New Orleans Saints. And here comes Alvin Kamara, right? Here comes another runner, an explosive runner. And then we'll see how the Chiefs adjust on offense without missing some dudes here. because no Hollywood Brown, no Papa Checo, no Rashee Rice for all intents and purposes. Hopefully we'll get Mike Dana back on defense.
Well, it's interesting for the Chiefs defense because the only team that runs the ball more than the Chargers, it seems like, is the New Orleans Saints. They run the ball at the highest rate of any team in the NFL. The Chiefs' run defense has been so good against the run this year. We'll need them next week. But again, I say this every single week on Chiefs Rewind. Let's enjoy this one. Long flight home. A lot easier to work on things after a victory.
And winning a division game on the road, oh my goodness.
Never gets old.
Oh my goodness. So you're our biggest asset going into Monday Night Football against the Saints, as the Chiefs will try to go to 5-0 in that game. He's Matt McMullen, senior team reporter. I'm Mitch Holthus, voice of the Chiefs. It's a victory Sunday night with a division win on the road again over the Chargers.
Little pump and then up and right there where everyone's saying he's lost this the fastest.
Chiefs Rewind is brought to you by Ford, the official car and truck of the Kansas City Chiefs, and by CommunityAmerica Credit Union, the official banking partner of the Kansas City Chiefs.